Hey, welcome back to Pete Plays. We're playing Super Mario Kart again today, and we're going for the special cup. I forgot what it was called. I almost called it the Rainbow Cup. So, we're gonna do Grand Prix again in the 100cc class, and if you get all gold in 100cc, then you get the special cup, and then you get to move to 150, which is way harder. I want to be Koopa again because he's my favorite, but I hate dealing with Luigi. I think I'll be Toad this time. I like them best because they have the best traction. They have, and they're decent enough in all the other things, so I feel like they sort of mitigate my weaknesses, and which is driving straight. So yeah, last time we were, oh, you know what, I think it's is it Princess or, yeah, it's Princess. This is, before I get into, I want to do some more philosophy questions like I did last time, but first I want to talk about how there is a really great album by a group called the One-Ups, and they are sort of like a jazz ensemble, and they play video game tunes, and they have a whole album of tunes from the original Super Mario Kart, and they are just fantastic. Holy cow, how many of these does she get? And I think maybe my favorite one isn't even on that album. So they do all the tunes, and they do kind of like fun jazzy remixes of them. The Ghost Castle, like the Ghosty levels, crud, are that one's really good. But also, since they do Koopa Beach, they do another one on a future. Or it was they had already done Koopa Beach on a previous album. Nice, first place. And so what they did for their cover of Koopa Beach was they did a mashup, kind of like a style mashup of Koopa Beach. Oh yeah. Of that and There's Something About Us by Daft Punk off of their Discovery album, and they called it There's Something About Koopa Beach, and it is excellent. It's one of my favorite BGM tracks of all time. So anyway, last time we talked a lot about, are we living in the Matrix? Oh no. The next big question on the list is, what is right and wrong? And boy, uh-oh, that was too much. This is a large question, and one that I'm not equipped to answer in any sort of definitive fashion. Come on, go ahead of me. Go ahead of me. Oh, I missed! But basically, I would contend that the point of philosophy is to discover the answer to that question. Because no! Get the coins. Get the quan. Because I think that philosophy is always first ethical, and life is always first ethical. And by that I mean not, I don't use the word ethics meaning like what's the right choice. I just mean ethics. Ethics for a Foucauldian is like, what can you do? How did I not get anybody with that? Don't hit the thing. Right? Like, ethics, what can be done, and whether or not it's, you know, good or bad or neither. We have to know that there are some things, got somebody with that can be done. And there are some things that can't be done, and that's to me what ethics in the first place is, primarily is. Come on, let's stay. Oh, I missed! Oh, rats! So, like, what can I do? What is a thing that can be done? And in fact, often my friends sometimes get annoyed by this, but something I'll often say is, that's a thing that you can do. And usually what I mean by that is, I would not personally want to do that thing or agree that that's the best thing to do. But I also know that anything that is possible can be the right thing to do given a certain set of circumstances, right? So if I want to be the kind of person that doesn't care about how I obtain my money, then I could be a bank robber. But if I wanted to be the kind of person that respected others' livelihood and property and like laws, then I would not be a bank robber. And if I did that, it would be a sort of like, you know, I hesitate to use the word transgression, but like a sort of like a thing that wouldn't fit, right? If I want to be the kind of person that, you know, is kind and respectful and follows the laws, then I would not become a bank robber. And for me, that's sort of the way that you decide right and wrong. Who do I want to be? And given who I want to be, what then should I do? If I want to be the kind of person that follows the duties of some religious tradition, then I should do XYZ, right? Like if I am following the Jewish tradition, then I should follow Torah. If I am following the Muslim tradition, I should submit to Allah. If I'm following the Christian tradition, I should listen to the teachings of Jesus, right? Like, so if you don't want to be one of those things, then you wouldn't necessarily do that. Yes, I got somebody. Who did I get? Oh, I got Principessa! She's gonna finish in not a good position! Yes, I love it when the nemesis finishes worse than they usually do. Messes things up. Yeah, so I am not a moral objectivist. I do not think that there is in any situation one always right or wrong thing. Just up there in the ether. Like, I mean, I guess I couldn't call myself a moral skeptic because I think that we can have knowledge about what is right and wrong. In fact, I think we have a lot of knowledge about what is right and wrong. That's why we can sort of say, hey, don't do that, right? Like, if you want to be a good Jew, you shouldn't eat that thing, or you shouldn't say that thing, or you shouldn't take that, or whatever, right? Like, let's see if I can go all the way through there. Oh, rats. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Ah, crud muffins. Like, I think that you can have moral knowledge about those things very specifically. In that, oh, crud. In that way, I am not a moral skeptic. I just don't think that there is, like a prescription of some moral code that is always correct up there in the sky, right? Like some sort of, get her! Ah! Some sort of thing up there that's like laid down forever and ever. Hallelujah, amen. I just don't think that's how knowledge or any of these things work. Yes, that's what I wanted. It didn't go real well. Oh boy! Almost got squished. I missed it. So yeah, what is right and wrong? Well, it depends. And people are gonna hear that and go like, you crazy postmodernist, you think, oh no, now I'm tiny. This is really bad. This is incredibly bad. Oh no! Drive your car, you stupid mushroom. Ugh! Crud. Final lap. Let's see if I can get out of my way! This is not good. This is incredibly bad. Oh no! Okay, that's bad. That's really bad. I think it's gonna even out. Because she finished in 4th last time and I finished in 4th this time. Let's see where the points are. I think as long as I finish ahead of her... Okay. As long as I finish ahead of Princess, I win. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah, I think people will level the sort of criticism of like, oh, you don't believe in morals, that must mean that you can't have a moral code. And I'm like, no, that to me does not follow at all, because we decide upon things intersubjectively, right? Like, I can't say that something is right or wrong in a vacuum. I cannot say that something is right or wrong independent of consequences and other human activity. That's silly. And I don't think that's the case. If I'm going to say that something is right or wrong, I have to accept that my possibility of doing or not doing those things happens within the context of like other people not doing or doing those things and not doing or doing other things. It's really much more complicated than like, oh, so you don't think that there are morals, so I can just stab you because you don't think that anything is wrong. It's like, no, that's not how morality works. That's not how like human activity works. And to me, that seems like that was a sort of popular argument when I was growing up. It was like, well, if you think that there's no like objective morality, then that means that I can just murder you, and you can't be mad because you don't believe that murder is wrong. And we're like, of course I believe that murder is wrong, right? Like, I believe that it would not be good to murder me because I want to keep on living, and also I believe that it would not be good to murder people in general. Right? I don't deny the possibility that you can make value claims. No! I didn't want to hit that thing! That was awesome! I don't know how that happened, but it was great. Great! So anyway, that's, I don't know, that's sort of a roundabout way of saying what's right or wrong. Like, and I know that some people will be dissatisfied with that answer, but it's like, the truth resists simplicity, and the possibility of simple answers to to large questions such as what is right and wrong seems foolish to me to expect that answer would be simple. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it as long as I don't mess this up. Haha! Pew! Special cup, here we come! I don't know what this is. I don't know where that dance came from. Yeah, so, that's right and wrong, I suppose. Abiding concern of deciding rightness and wrongness, for me, would be like, what is my goal? My goal determines whether or not something is right or wrong, vis-a-vis the end of that goal. So, there's that. Okay, so I won... in my pocket. And that should give me La Copa Especial. That's Spanish for special cup. Yeah! Oh, he popped it! And a little vine grew out of his bottle. Strangely. Felicidades! StarCraft prize, total wins gold. Great race. Cool. Now, I should be able to race the special cup. Yeah, here we go. It's about to get real. Yeah, next question. What is time? Oh, this track is hard. This might not go as well as the other three. I am not nearly as good at these. What is time? What a difficult question. Here's what I don't think. I don't think time is an entity. I don't think time, like, the space-time continuum, right? I don't think it's a thing that, we talk about, like, oh, it's going to destroy the fabric of the space-time continuum. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's, because I think that relies upon, like, a Cartesian idea of... Oh, I didn't get her! Idea of what time and space are, and I don't hold to that. To me, time, I have a sort of Heideggerian view of time, which is that time is sort of like the result of beings, no! Like humans. No! Oh, I hit the wrong buttons every time. So, like, the kind of beings that humans are just the kind of beings that are timely, or as crud. Oh, this is the worst. This is the worst. This is going so poorly. Maybe I'll get something cool. This is the final. No, it's fourth lap. That. Oh my goodness. Oh my sweet goodness. Lightning. No. Oh, I'm not close enough to even use this red shell. Heidegger calls it Zeitlichkeit, or timeliness. Like, we are the kinds of beings that are timely, meaning time is a thing that is of concern to us. No, don't! I am shamed. I'm gonna have to redo this level real hard bad. I somehow have managed to not get any gophers in front of me, but yeah, we're gonna have to redo this one. Ranked out, man. Yeah, so time is the kind of thing. It's a sort of what is the phrase that Heidegger used? I think he calls it an existential analytic of Dasein, and by that he means Dasein, which is his word for like human beings, are just a kind of way. And they have some things that all humans have in common, like that we're born and that we die. Don't run into that. And that we that we have ways of dealing with things, like the way that we interact with the world is through having things give themselves to us in their handiness, right? Like, all Dasein do that, and it just kind of depends on your particulars. So an existential of Dasein would be time, and an existential of Dasein would be I speak English, right? A better example of that would be an existential of Dasein is I have language, and an existential of Dasein would be I speak English. So that's like the particular, but he thinks that, you know, nobody speaks no language or has no language. Nobody is languageless, and also Dasein, aka like humans. Ooh, I nearly got that gopher. No, get out of my dumb way. Man, this is not going well. I want to be in first. Come on. I'm just not getting good enough stuff. Get him! Yes! I got somebody. I didn't get the guy I wanted. Come on, I want second place. I don't think I'm going to be able to get first. I can't catch her. I'm not power sliding enough. I need to do more power sliding, but I'm not good at it. Anyway, I don't think I'm doing a good job of answering this question, but it's also because, like, I only do metaphysics sort of secondarily, like Heideggerian metaphysics secondarily. But basically, time is a thing that Dasein has. It's not an entity that's out there. It's not... like, if there were no people, time wouldn't really be a thing. It's not... it's a way of... It's a way that Dasein be. So, anyway, that's time. I don't really do philosophy of time, but there's some really interesting philosophy of time stuff that people do. I can jump over something, and that's not it. What is the thing that I can jump over that will give me the biggest... Oh, you jerk! Oh, you are the absolute worst. Okay. Anyway, yeah. No! Oh! Monkeys! Monkeys! Crud! I am so awful. I am so awful. I wish everyone else were dead. Don't hit. Yes. No! Oh, that is the second time I've gotten a star when being in bad place and gone into the water. Oh my gosh, the water is the worst. This is why I choose Toad and Koopa, because I'm so bad at steering my vehicle. Oh, you punk. It's not gonna matter. Okay, gotta do this one over again. That was not strong, guys. That was not a good... I'm not pleased with that. What happens after death? I think this is, sort of in the modern era, a completely unphilosophical question. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I just mean, like, I really don't think that's the concern of philosophy. Because there's no... I don't know, like... I'm sort of thinking that maybe I don't love the answer that I've given, but I don't know. It just seems like the kind of thing that, like, not only can we not have any experience of it, and I'm like maybe a secret empiricist, I'm not sure, but also it's the sort of thing that, like, I don't know, of what philosophical import is the answer to the question for the current life. In a way that, like, the sort of the modern soul functions, right? We could think about, like, Greek philosophy, and they're talking about, like, the soul as a thing that, like, is you have to care for your soul. That was a very Greek concern. I hate these guys. I need something good here. But I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the kind of thing that would concern... that did not help me at all. It does not seem like the kind of thing that would concern us in the modern age, because there's already, like, an entire purview of things that can answer that question. Maybe it's just my bias as a Foucauldian, because, like, I think that after death for the subject is a nonsensical question. Like, what happens to the subject after death? Well, nothing that the subject can do anything about. But I don't know. Interestingly, I think this is a secret way of asking about souls. And one of Foucault's most famous books, Discipline and Punish, the subtitle of the book is The Making of the Modern Soul. And his contention is that the modern soul is the thing that institutions like, you know, a church or... No, I missed the bumper! Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, I'm in 8th place now, don't ya know? That's so bad there. Is the thing that institutions use to kind of, like, control the conduct, or conduct the behaviors is probably a more Foucauldian way of saying that. Conduct the behaviors of subjects. Like... Get out of the way! Like, you want someone to be a certain way, so we think about, like, oh, I need to go to confession. I need to confess that I have done things wrong. And no! This is why I'm the worst. This is why I'm the worst. I can't steer worth a lick. I need to go to confession and, like, tell the truth, would be a phrase, about who I am and, like, what my conduct is. Or, another way, this is what Foucault calls verediction, like truth-telling. Like, how do I tell the truth about who I am such that I can be a subject? And that's, I feel like that's not cool. I feel like that's very uncool. I may not make it through this one. Man, this was tougher than I was anticipating. So that I can tell the truth about who I am. And one way that I can do that is through, like, religious truth-telling. One way that I can do that is have the truth told about me through, like, psychology. Who am I? Am I, like, a mentally normal subject? Or am I, you know, do I have, am I hysterical? Or am I, you know, one of these weird sort of, like, Victorian 19th century ways of understanding that there's something wrong with me. That's one way of telling. I missed him. That's one way of telling the truth about who I am, or having the truth told about me. Yes! Yes, Queen! Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I'm telling you, man, power sliding. I gotta do it, or I'm gonna lose. I just, see, that's what happens when I power slide. I run into junk. No! Oh! This is it. This is where I die. This is where I lose Mario Kart forever. It is called Mario Kart. Mario Twins. Yeah, anyway, that whole discussion has to do with what, like, why Foucault thinks, like, that's what he thinks about the soul. It's not this immaterial crud! It's not this immaterial thing that's attached to your body somehow, like through your pineal gland or whatever. It is a construction of modern society, at least in the sort of like current iteration, that allows us to talk about who we are. Okay, I've got a shot. I've got an outside shot. Oh man, that didn't help me at all. Maybe I can get Donkey King. I can get a good shot on him. Oh, I'm not gonna catch her. Get her! Ah! Pretty firmly in second place here. All I gotta do is not rank out in these last two races. 2? How many races have I done? 3, 4, 2, 3, 4? I don't know. Oh, round 3. Yeah, so I've got 2 more races. I have to not rank out, or I lose forever. Yeah, the soul is a way of telling the truth about yourself. I am behind. I would have to get her to finish more than 2 places behind me a couple times. This one's hard. Boy, I don't like this level. Really, levels with water are no bueno. I really wanna beat this one because I want to get to Rainbow Road because I love it and I think everyone deserves that. Did I get somebody? I got nobody. Oh, crud wieners! Sorry, I shouldn't have said wieners. I didn't mean to say wieners, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, and now my life is over. Oh, Spook Dooger. Don't touch him! Oh! Come on. I've got 2 more laps to try to make up just... Okay, I'll take that because he was about to hit me with his little egg duder. Come on, drive, drive, drive. Drive through the snow. Quit being so lame. Toad, I need you to not be awful. Please don't be awful. Oh, that was singularly unhelpful. No! 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 4th place, okay! Oh, okay. I was able to get to Rainbow Road. I'm not gonna get, I think I can still get silver? Which won't get me to 150cc, but... Oh yeah, I'm still in strong contention for silver. In fact, all I have to do is finish 2 places ahead of Donkey Kong and I'm okay. Or really, I could finish 3rd and him in 4th and I'd be alright. I think I just have to finish 3rd. And I get silver, which is looking increasingly unlikely at the moment. This is a great tune. Oh, also the thwomps. Oh boy, the thwomps are electrified. Also, this is really hard to see. The rate. Maybe I'll get a lightning, you know. The Rainbow Road tune on the Super Mario, the 1-Up Super Mario Kart soundtrack is fantastic. I would say it's so hard. I love the 1-Ups so much. They're just excellent. Unlike me, who is not excellent and has to wait for this guy to get out of my way. Oh boy, guys, you don't deserve this. This is so terrible. I think you guys can see what is happening. Ugh, now I'm about to get lapped. Okay, no. None of these items have been even a tiny bit helpful. They just haven't been. Oh, I'm getting smashed. No, I'm not. Okay, great. Just enjoy the music, guys. Anyway, those are some philosophy questions. Oh, I kind of liked doing that. It was really fun. Because you know, this is not helpful. I don't need a mushroom. I need 7 lightnings. I need to not drive off the edge of the cliff. Oh, I got a life, though, at some point. Ooh, I've still got a shot at this. You know, after I die. But watch this. This is fun. Oh, I can't! Okay. That wasn't my best work. And now I'm out of coins. That's not gonna go hit anybody. The red shell doesn't hit lapped players. It only goes for like the person who is actually. Oh, I'm out of quans. Okay, note to self: don't go close to anything. I win, guys. That was rough. That was not good. That was not good at all. Let's do this. Let's retry this. Okay, I'm gonna give my full concentration here. No more philosophy. Oh, itchy nose. Okay. All I gotta do is finish in 4th. And I medal. I just want to medal. Not M-E-D-D-L-E, but M-E-D-A-L, as in I want to perform the act of receiving, being worthy of receiving a medal. Get it! Out of my way! So the nice thing about, I think this is a game that people actually, just crud. I think this is a game that people speedrun. And the idea is not just like, oh, I gotta finish really fast, but there's this whole science to, gosh! Drive! There's this whole science to saving frames that has to do with how tight you can take turns and how fast you can go from a standstill. And basically, anytime you hit a bumper, it speeds you up. So like you can go from not very fast to top speed by hitting a bumper. Okay, great. Yeah! Get out of my way, Luigi. You're such a dweezil. Can I get something good for once, please? Ugh! It's just... mushrooms are not helpful on this track. Because I do that! Ah, crud monkeys! Okay, I've got an outside chance here. Bruh! Okay. Monkeys are the people who have done this to me. Nope, I did that to myself. We're not gonna medal, guys. We're not gonna medal. And it's all my fault. Da-da-da-da. Yeah! It's time to go to the grave. Yay! I finished 7! guys, I'm sorry you didn't deserve that. That was a special cup. We basically seen pretty much all there is to see of Super Mario Kart. I think if you get gold on all 4 cups in 150cc, you get backwards special cup maybe, or that might be in Super Mario Kart 64. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, there's some battle mode stuff. I might do battle mode with Patrick and Tori sometime soon, so that would be fun. But otherwise, that's going to do it for this episode of Pete Plays. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Maybe some other racing game, or maybe something else entirely. If you have requests, let me know at PETEPLAYS and Instagram PETEPLAYS, and that's it. Those are all the things I have. I'm sorry I failed you. I'm so sorry. We'll see you next time on PETEPLAYS. Bye, guys.